Hello, my beautiful people. Coach Gaby here, and I have 5 incredible fall recipes you are going to love. Alrighty, first up we have an apple pie baked oatmeal. Simple ingredients, healthy, easy to make, and so delicious. First, you're going to preheat your oven at 375 degrees. And then you're going to want to grease an 8x8 casserole dish. I used coconut oil because it's a healthy ingredient, a healthy option, and I thought the taste would go good with these other ingredients and other parts of the recipe. Then you're gonna grab a large mixing bowl. All right, large mixing bowl, and we're going to add in the dry ingredients first. So we have 2 cups of rolled oats. All right, very good. Then we have a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of baking powder, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of some sea salt. All right, adding those in there. Very, very good. And you're gonna go ahead and mix them. This is the easy part. These mix super, super, super well. All right, very good. Go ahead, put it to the side, grab another bowl, a medium bowl, and now we're going to add in our wet ingredients. So we have 1 3/4 cup of almond milk. All right, almond milk. We've got 2 eggs. All right, very good. A 1/3 cup of pure maple syrup. Ooh, that adds that sweetness, and it's a more natural, healthier option. And then we have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. In it goes, very good. And then mix it all together. All right, make sure everything is mixed nice and well. All right, once everything is nice and blended together, you're gonna go ahead and add that wet mix into the dry mix. All right, boom. In it goes, very good. And combine those together. After all that is mixed and combined well together, you're gonna go ahead and add in your apples. We have 2 medium apples diced well. Go ahead and put a few of those on the side, just a few of them on the side so we can sprinkle them on top before we put it in. Very good, so add those apples. Very good. And then you're gonna go ahead and add half a cup of cut up chopped pecans. All right, save yourself some time. What I did is I just put the pecans in a plastic baggie and I crushed them up with my hands. You can even use the back of a knife or a spoon or anything. Saves you time, so much easier to do. So go ahead and grab a few of those and put it to the side as well so we can sprinkle them on top. All right, adding those into the mix. Giving it a good little shake, a good little mix. Super, super easy. Everything's combining so well. It's not even hard. You know, sometimes you gotta go through it, but this is just so easily coming together. All right, and that's it. That's the mix, all right? So go ahead and grab your casserole dish, our 8x8, and you're going to go ahead and just pour this beautiful mix into our casserole dish. All right, look at this. Boom. Very good. Make sure everything's nice and even, flatten it out, and then you're gonna wanna press down a little bit so we make sure that those oats are nice and soaked. All right, soaked in the mixture. We don't have any kind of getting left out on top. All right, once everything's in there, it's nice and pressed down, go ahead and grab those extra pecans and extra apples, and we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle them on top, all right? Perfect timing. The oven is ready for us. Love that. All right, sprinkling it on top. Very good. And then you're gonna go ahead and cook it for 40 to 45 minutes. And that's it. Alrighty, so after 40 to 45 minutes or until the top is slightly golden brown, you're gonna take it out, let it cool for 5 minutes, and then it's ready to serve. This makes exactly 6 servings. So you're gonna cut 6 squares, and 1 serving is 1 square. Super simple. Alrighty, let's see. Oof. And there we have it. Look how beautiful, warm. I can smell the spices, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, wow. And there we have it, my beautiful people. This is great for meal prep. Since it makes 6, you can go ahead and put it in the fridge, heat it up the next morning, or even eat it cold. It's still delicious. All right, on to recipe number 2. Alrighty, next up we have a nice hearty protein-packed butternut squash casserole. So go ahead and start by getting another casserole dish. And then we have 1 pound of frozen butternut squash. Because this is in season, I easily found it at my grocery store. All right, and then we have 1 large bell pepper, either sliced or diced. If you want to make it colorful and presentable, go ahead and use different colors. You can use, half of 2 or a quarter of 4 different colors, all right? So go ahead and put your butternut squash into the casserole dish, along with that 1 bell pepper. Grab some good, high quality, extra virgin olive oil, and you're gonna go ahead and drizzle it on top. Nice little drizzle, all right. Olive oil is a great healthy fat, very, very good for you. Give it a little shake, mix it in, and then you're gonna go ahead and bake it for 20 minutes under 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Alrighty, as the butternut squash and bell pepper are cooking for about 20 minutes or until the butternut squash softens, you're going to need 1 cup of cooked ground beef, all right? So if you already have it cooked, great. If not, you're going to need it cooked. Now, we also have 1 15-ounce can of black beans. You can go ahead and cook them yourself, but if you use the can, go make sure you drain them first. Then we have 1 cup of shredded cheese of your choice, but separate them. So I have 1 cup here, 1 cup here, 1 cup of chopped up kale. I used a little bit more than a cup because why not, some extra nutrients. And then we have 1 teaspoon of paprika and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. If you're not big on spicy, then maybe a little bit less on the paprika, maybe just a little, half a teaspoon or even just a dash, all right? So go ahead and grab your butternut squash and bell pepper. We're gonna mix in the kale. All right, the kale, the black beans, half a cup of that cheese, and then those 2 nice spices, the paprika and the garlic powder, as well as the ground beef. Woo! Make sure you have a big enough casserole dish for all of this. Very good. Go ahead and mix it in together, as well as some salt and black pepper to taste, all right? So as much black pepper as you want and a little salt, not too much salt. Very good. Make sure you use a high quality salt. So I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use salted salt, sea salt, all right? Very good. Now mix it in well. There we go. Very good. Mix it in. Everything's nice and combined. The colors are so pretty. The green from the kale, the yellow from the butternut squash, the red from the bell pepper, the brown from the black beans and the meat. Love it. Alrighty, once everything is nice and mixed together, you're gonna go ahead and grab that remaining cheese and put it on top, and then we're gonna put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes to bake. Look at that. All right, into the oven it goes. Alrighty, after just 10 more minutes, look at that. It is done and ready to serve. If you like spicy, you can always add a little extra red chili flakes on top for a little extra spice. If not, no worries. Boom, ready to enjoy. Moving on to recipe number 3. Alrighty, next we have a super simple sweet snack. We're doing peanut butter and chocolate dates. All right, all it takes is 3 ingredients, or I have an alternative for the chocolate. All right, so we're using about 20 dates. Make sure that you take the pits out, or you can go ahead and buy them pitted already. The benefit there is if you buy them pitted, they already come with an opening, a little slit, a little cut in them, which is what we need to fill it up with peanut butter. All right, so if they aren't pitted, they're not cut open, go ahead, grab them, cut them open, take off the pit. Line a baking tray with some parchment paper so it doesn't stick. All right, and here we go. Line them all up. Alrighty, once they're nice and lined up and spread apart, I did about 5 per line. All right, since there's 20, you're going to need a 1/3 cup of peanut butter. We're gonna fill each one with about a teaspoon of peanut butter. All right, filling each one nice and full with the yummy peanut butter, very good. You may need a little bit more peanut butter if the dates are really big. All right, so just add a little bit more if you need to. Alrighty, once they're all filled up with the peanut butter, it's time for some chocolate. You're gonna be melting 1/2 cup of 70% or higher cacao chips. If you have a microwave, go ahead and put it in a microwave for about 30 seconds, mix it, and then see if it needs to melt a little bit more. Keep checking on it, keep mixing it. If you're like me and don't even have a microwave, then you're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing in a pot, all right? Low heat, constantly mixing it until it melts. Nice and smooth like so. Very, very, very good. Delicious, very, very good. Now, it's chocolate time. You're just gonna take a spoon and slightly drizzle it over the dates with the peanut butter. Or if you really like chocolate and you're feeling adventurous, you can even dip it inside the chocolate. Once you're done with the chocolate, all you're gonna do is put this in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. All right, so it can cool and harden together. The other alternative to using cacao chips is simply using coconut oil and cacao powder. So what you're gonna do there is melt about a 1/4 cup of the coconut oil and then mix in a 1/4 cup of cacao powder, and that is a different way to get your little chocolate mix. And that's a really good option if you like the taste of coconut and chocolate together. Alrighty, and now that they are stuffed with peanut butter and drizzled or covered in chocolate, into the fridge they go. Alrighty, and after just 20 minutes in the fridge, you have a gooey, chewy, sweet snack that's also good for you. If you like salty and sweet, you can sprinkle some sea salt on top of it before putting it in the fridge. I kept it out this time, but that's another option. All right, on to recipe number 4. Alrighty, next, we can't do fall recipes without a beautiful fall harvest salad. All right, I'm gonna start with the dressing, and you'll see why in a second. So first we have a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinaigrette, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which is about 1/2 a lemon, and 2 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup. Then we have 1 small shallot, all chopped up, diced up into small little pieces, a teaspoon of sea salt, and then 1/2 a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Put all of that in a jar and give it a nice good shake. Shake, 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 shake. Mix it all well. Oh, I love the flavors in here. It reminds me of a dressing that my mother always used to make growing up, so I'm super excited about this. All right, give it a nice good shake. And then what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put half of it into the bowl. All right, and you'll see why. So put half into the bowl first. All right, but save the other half, because first we're going to do our kale. So we have one big bunch of kale, which is about 6 cups, really chopped up finely, nice and fine. All right, now a common complaint about kale is that it's usually too hard and too crunchy. All right, so I have 2 little tricks for you. One is lightly massage it. All right, press on it before adding it to your salad. All right, that'll loosen and soften it up a little bit. The other trick is what we're doing with that dressing, putting it on the bottom first. All right, so that when we put it in there, it's gonna be really coated in that dressing, so it's nice and moist. All right, so after we're done massaging our kale, all right, go ahead and put it in your bowl. Boom. In the bowl, and then give it a good toss. All right, so now that it's in the bowl with half of that dressing, give it a good toss so that we make sure it's all coated with those delicious flavors. All right, mix, mix, mix. Very good. Get all of it in there. Once you see it glistening with that dressing, then we're gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of craisins. All right, that's dried cranberries. All right, 1 cup of craisins. 1 cup of lightly toasted pecans. All right, if you can't find lightly toasted pecans like I couldn't, go ahead and get raw pecans, and then it's super simple to toast them yourself at home. Just put them in a pan and put them in the oven on 350 for a few minutes, 3 minutes on one side, and then shake, flip them around, and then 3 minutes on the other side, all right? But be careful, don't walk away when they're roasting, because they do burn very easily. All right, there we go. And then we have 1 apple, thinly sliced, nice and thinly sliced. Okay, in it goes. And then half a cup of crumbled goat cheese, or you could do blue cheese or feta, whatever one you like. I did goat cheese. Now, this recipe is also supposed to have 1 cup of pomegranate seeds. But the ones that I got from the store were already getting sour, even though the sell date says sell by tomorrow. So I'm gonna be taking those back. If that ever happens to you, go ahead and take it back. They will give you the rest of your money, all right? The money back, okay? And then go ahead, put in the rest of that dressing. Very good. If you don't wanna waste any of the stuff in the jar, just give it a little water. All right, very, very little, or you can even put more lemon juice, more balsamic vinaigrette, or any of those liquids that were in there before. Shake, 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 and then dump it in there so we get everything. And then go ahead and mix up your beautiful harvest salad. All the colors, I love it. The white goat cheese, the apples, the cranberries, the pecans, and there we have it, a simple, refreshing fall harvest salad. On to the next. Alrighty, our 5th and final fall recipe. We have healthy, gluten-free chocolate chip pumpkin bars. I'm really excited about this one. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and preheat your oven at 350. And we're going to need another 8x8 dish. Now this one could get a little bit sticky, so if you have parchment paper, what you're gonna do is oil the dish and then line it with parchment paper and then oil the parchment paper. All right, if not, no worries, just go ahead and oil the pan itself. I used coconut oil again. All right, we're going to put in half a cup of pumpkin puree. Right, half a cup of pumpkin puree, and then half a cup of pure maple syrup, and then half a cup of creamy almond butter. Don't mind my dog, he's excited about this recipe too. All right, so half a cup of pumpkin puree, half a cup of maple syrup, and then half a cup of creamy almond butter. All right, putting those into the mixing bowl along with 2 eggs and a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, getting all those in. Woo. And then mixing those together before putting in our other ingredients. Very good. All right, so go ahead and whisk those together. Everything's super creamy and easy to mix in here, so no big deal. Very good. And then we're going to mix half a cup of almond or oat flour. All right, one of the two work just fine. Very good. And then we're going to be doing 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Putting those in, very, very good, and then mixing those all together. All right, now with the dry ingredients in there, it's starting to get a little thicker, very good. Make sure you mix it very, very well. Oh, you should smell it, it's that pumpkin pie spice. Wow, that's yummy. Alrighty, once all that's nice and combined, mixed well, creamy and beautiful, you're gonna go ahead and put in half a cup of chocolate chips. Again, 70% or higher cacao. Chocolate is actually good for you, just has to be the right kind. So 70% or higher cacao. Go ahead, pour those in, mix it up. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that. Beautiful orange color, perfect for fall, all the right flavors. All right, once all that's nice and mixed together, you're gonna go ahead and grab your dish, pour it in there, and then grab some extra chocolate chips to sprinkle on top. And here we go. Ooh, look at that, yum. Might need to grab a spoon or a spatula, scrape the sides, get all that good stuff in there. We don't want to miss a thing, right? All right, perfect timing. The oven is done. I got as much from this bowl as I possibly could. All right, so we're gonna pop it into the oven to bake for about 32 to 36 minutes. All right? Just enough time to clean up this crazy kitchen. Whoa, almost forgot my extra chocolate chips. We do not want to forget that, all right? So go ahead and sprinkle those on top before putting them in the oven, like me. Alrighty, time to check out this beautiful, healthy dessert. Look at that. So I said 32 to 36 minutes. I put mine in for 34 minutes. Something you could do to test to see if it is done is just grab a little wood skewer or a toothpick, poke it, and if it comes out mostly clean, it is done, all right? You're gonna let it cool down for about 30 minutes, then it's ready to cut into about 12 slices. And there you have it. Bon appetit. Alrighty, and there we have it, my beautiful people. 5 fall recipes, all healthy, delicious, easy to make. We started with our apple pie oatmeal bake, our protein-packed butternut squash casserole, and then we had our sweet snack, our peanut butter and chocolate dates, our refreshing harvest salad, and then ending it with our chocolate chip pumpkin bars. I hope you try them. I hope you love them. Please let me know in the comments below if you do, what you think, and I hope to see you on the next one. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to receive notifications for our latest videos. We have tons of content from workouts to recipes, updated daily.